this is Terre with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm doing a VR to my girl Lisa over at SheWalksinBeauty, and she created a tag called hashtag 50 Shades of Decks. So yes, based off of 50 Shades of Grey, she encouraged us to kind of look into our deck collection, our oracle cards, Lenormand, tarot, whatever it may be, and try to find some of our more sensual, risque, maybe kinky decks that we may have. And I thought it was a lot of fun. She was kind of doing it as a build up towards Valentine's Day. But of course, as we know, we can get a little hot and heavy anytime. So I have my decks here, and let's go ahead and jump into it. I have my Shiva Lingam here. Go ahead and give us a little bit of that awesome energy. I also have my, well, if you guys can see it, this is my unicorn juice. It's actually a really nice red wine that I have. It's like a little 90 points. So yes, I'm having a little bit of that adult juice. Hold on, let me have a sip. So yeah, just a little bit of that adult juice as we get into this. Okay, so our first deck for the 50 Shades of Decks is the Terre de la Nuit. So in this deck, I just find the images to be sensual. They're not overly sexual, so it's not like anybody's in sex positions or anything like that, but it's a very sensual deck with the way the art is portrayed with these, well, for me, they're more like characters in a particular world. Let's see if I can brighten it up a little bit. There we go. There are a few men in this deck too, but it's just like the look on their faces, body positions, you know, it's just an undertone of it's a little sexy in this world, you know. You have got a young Brad Pitt there, you know, or Val Kilmer, I should say. I don't know, just very interesting. It is one of my favorite decks to use. I think that the messages I get from this are awesome, but you know, it's kind of in a sexy world, you know, that there's light, but also in the darkness, maybe a little bit of fun going on. So there we go. That is my Tarot de la Nuit, one of my faves. You know, I've been waiting on that Oracle de la Nuit. I think it came out briefly, and then they've been having some trouble stocking it or something like that. So kind of waiting on that. I'll for sure get it if it does show up. Okay, let's go into one of the other decks. No, this is not Knott's Berry Farm Cobbler Mix. I actually keep the Tarot Vampires in here, and this is a deck that was given to me by James. Because apparently he thinks the deck had a vendetta against him. He thinks it was being mean to him. Whereas for me, I think it gives some really great messages. But definitely it's a mixture of kind of gothic, horror, drama, but sexy at the same time. You know, it's kind of mixing that sexuality with the dark side, and but also it being light and giving good messages. And I don't know, I think it's got a wonderful mix. And for some reason, I don't know, vampires are usually portrayed as being very hypersexual, you know. I know in some decks like the Tarot V, they're like monsters, but here it's like, they could kill you, but they could also have sex with you. I mean, yeah, sexy business here, sexy business. So that is the Tarot of Vampires with a Y, kept in my lovely Knott's Berry Farm Cobbler mix bag. None the wiser, none the wiser. Okay, moving right along, I have the Vintage Erotic Tarot. I got this one along with the was it Blood, Bread, and Roses Tarot, but I passed that one along, and I kept this one just because I thought it really connected with me. I love the blood, bread, and roses one as well, but I got a lot of decks, so some of my decks I've had to pass on. But anyway, here are the backs. Beautiful purple, beautiful shiny lavender edging or magenta. And of course we have some erotic images here. Everybody here just looking to have a good time. Maybe I'll have just a little bit more wine. People feeling empowered, but also just wanting to play. So yeah, I mean, erotic is in the name, so. I love the old vintage, like Naughty Bits images, you know? I'll put a link down below, by the way, for Lisa's channel. As it is a newer channel, she's got a lot of really cool videos up already. And when I saw this tag, I was like, heck yeah, I'm jumping in on this tag. So yeah, okay, let's move right along. Got a few more decks here. As I was looking, I was like, I don't have a ton of, erotic decks, but I have some. And then I'm like, am I prudish? Do I need more? This deck here is actually the Invisible Light Tarot. And this one's kind of more of an art deck. I mean, they're all artistic, but this one more, the nudity is for, not to be nude for nude's sake, but more for an artistic flair, for a particular emotion they were trying to convey. I don't know, I just find it to be really sensual, and with the images, because, or the coloring I should say, it was using like old film. So this is an old film camera, and so the colors are just from those old pieces of film, and the grain. I don't know, I really like it. It's just like a free, more simple time, even though this is modern times. But with the older film, kind of gives that kind of feel. Just freedom, sexual freedom. Just wear whatever, do whatever, go wherever, and have fun with it. I'm not sure if you can still get this deck. Some people have mentioned it, but they said it was going for a lot of money. Whereas back in the day when I first got this was not a lot of money. It was maybe $20, $30, somewhere around there. I don't know, really cool images. For me, very kind of sensual, more sexual freedom, I guess I should say. Okay, so that was the Invisible Light Tarot. And okay, moving right along, we have Le Terre du Femme Erotique. And this is a deck that I've had for quite some time. And actually, a couple years back when I took a trip to Tombstone, Arizona, and I got to go to the original birdcage, there was an image of this lady there. I was like, oh my God, she's on my tarot deck. So it's kind of from that same era, which also was interesting because in the birdcage, there's this huge painting of Little Egypt. And I guess it was, she had it created and sent to the birdcage, because she worked there. And Little Egypt was my nickname when I played volleyball and, did other sports in high school. And it was my family's nickname for me. And later on, I learned that it belonged to a peeler or old-time striptease artist. And I was like asking my dad, I'm like, why you guys call me Little Egypt? And he's like, ha ha, he named you after a stripper. Thanks, Dad. So anyway, I love these images. These naughty little girls, but they're, you know, it's, I don't know. For me, this is not like super sexy. This is like a fun sexy. This is like, I get to be naked and I get to have a lot of fun with my friends. So, good times were had by all. All right. So again, that is Le Terre de Femme Erotique. Go back in the box. You know you want to. And with that, another sip of vino. Okay, we have our last couple of decks here. And both of these are by Stacy DeMarco and the artwork by Jimmy Manton. And I love Jimmy Manton's artwork. I actually have a few other decks with his artwork on it. But I do find that he has kind of this hypersexualized look on some of his art. Very feminine, but also like a mix of feminine, masculine for both male and female. You know, it's like, I don't know, you guys will see. Like with these characters, they're these gods and titans. There's like a kind of a femininity in there, you know, an empathy and intuition, but also with a depiction of their poses and their bodies, like super hyper masculine, you know? Like if any of these dudes just like saddled up next to you was like, yo, would you like a glass of wine? I'm like, could I have my wine in a unicorn juice tumbler sippy cup because I spill and so I need something with a lid? He'd be like, yeah. I'd be like, cool. So anyway, there we go, Dionysus. He'd probably be the one to be like, drink up, let's crush some grapes. But anyway, very sensual. Yes, to me anyway. But okay, and we have one final deck, but to me it's the sister deck to this one. Okay, so again, that was the Gods and Titans, whereas this one is the Goddesses and Sirens, again by Stacy DeMarco and art by Jimmy Manton. Okay, so take the little booklet out of here, and let's go ahead and get to our divine feminine. So we have the muses. So again, there's like a masculine in here, but very hyper feminine as well. And to me, these goddesses, these sirens are like, I could seduce you or I could take your head off. It just kind of depends on how I feel right now. Especially Baba Yaga. I mean, how's this lady feeling? Or Hera, she's known for her temper as well. Aphrodite's like, take a good look or I could gouge out your eyes. Who knows? But yeah, definitely got a sexual nature to them. Ishel, that's my girl. It's my main goddess. All right, you guys, so those were all of my picks for the hashtag 50 Shades of decks created by SheWalksinBeauty, my girl Lisa. Definitely go check out her channel. Like I said, I'll put her link down below to her original video, but definitely check out all her other videos as well. She also does a lot of stuff on Instagram. She's hilarious, she's cheeky. I love following her on her journey. She's got a great personality, beautiful light worker, so definitely go check her out. And that's it from me, spiritual homies. I hope you dug this little, I know, I don't consider myself like a super sexy person, but you know, every once in a while I could bust out some sensuality, you know. Anyway, if you dug this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 Shivalingam notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading for me, head over to www.kittenswaitsandtarot.com. I have all of my other links down below in case you're interested in my Leon Mystery School, where I'm the head mistress and I teach Mayan astrology, but there are other teachers and other courses that you can take there. I have my newsletter that I send out once a month if you want to check that out, my Patreon group, lots of other goodies. So, oh, and don't forget Desert Cauldron. We actually have a selenite sale going on right now. So until the end of February, we have 20% off all our selenite. We're trying to like liquidate our inventory so that we can make room for all of the new items that we got in Tucson. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to my vino here, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you, Lisa, for creating this tag for us, and I will catch you spiritual homies later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.